DICE hints at a free-to-play mode in Battlefield 2042, and aliens have arrived in Fortnite. All that and more. My name's Ethos, and these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Coming in at number 5, sometimes when you join an MMO, you're not really looking to run around smashing monsters in the face with swords. Sometimes you're looking to just relax and chill out, a little place that you can call home and make your own. If that's the case, then it means that Singularity 6's Palia is going to be something you want to pay attention to. The developer announced a new game last week, and we don't know yet if this is going to be a free-to-play game or a paid game, but this massively multiplayer community simulation game takes place in a fantasy world. For the first time in a very long time, humans are returning to the world. No one knows why they disappeared in the first place, but apparently they're all glad to have them back. Players take on the role of one of these returning humans, making their own place and finding their own way. Of course, there are social aspects as well, and plenty of places to explore, so you're not just farming and building a house all day. Currently, Palia is taking applications for a pre-alpha. Those who would like to improve their chances of getting in will need to fill out a questionnaire. It really only takes a minute. Coming in to story number 4, CSGO has been a little bit less free to play. The game has a paid access tier called Prime since going free to play, and Valve has added some restrictions to non-Prime accounts that limit their progressions. Non-Prime accounts can play all game modes, play on community servers, and play workshop maps. However, they will no longer receive XP, rank, drops, or skill groups, and they won't have access to Prime access. Non-Prime members will still play in unranked, competitive, wingman, and danger zone matches. Prime players can also join such matches with no effect on their skill group. Otherwise, Prime players will be only matched with other Prime players. A Prime upgrade costs $14.99, and if you purchase it before June 17th, your current skill group and XP will carry over. You can find an FAQ detailing the rest of these changes on the CSGO support website. Now you might be wondering, well, why did this change happen? Valve states that it's not about the money, but rather bad actors who have tended to hurt the experience for both new and existing players. That's not too different from restrictions we've seen on other free accounts in MMOs that are meant to prevent spamming gold buying site links in chat or other misbehavior that can occur with such accounts. And if you're playing CSGO competitively, it probably makes sense that you're willing to shell out a few bucks for that privilege. Coming in at story number 3, Fortnite's 7th season is a bit out of this world, bringing flying saucers, advanced weapons, and the ability to create your very own alien look to the Battle Royale. Plus, some familiar interplanetary or interdimensional faces are making appearances and sporting new looks. In Season 7 Invasion, players won't just be fighting aliens. Some may want to join the aliens, maybe get a spin in those flying saucers. Of course, players can also shoot those saucers out of the sky and claim them for themselves, using some of the new tech provided by the Imagined Order. While they're shooting down ships, you probably won't hurt to collect the nuts and bolts that fall out of the sky to use them for crafting weapons. As for the creating aliens thing, it's a little bit of a mix and match situation. Players will collect alien artifacts and combine different head shapes, eye colors, and more to create their very own alien look. And coming in at story number 2, it looks like Ubisoft is having problems with leaks. A few weeks ago, details regarding the Division Heartland, which we talked about in a previous MMO episode via a private video for playtesters, got leaked, and we found out a little bit about that project. Now it looks like a game called Battle Cats appears to be a brand new game that's been leaked from Ubisoft that appears to be some sort of objective-based first-person shooter for consoles and PC that began eternal testing in January. A Twitter user leaked several images from what looks to be a marketing presentation that can now be seen in a gallery on Imager. The two game modes as described, in escort mode similar to other games, push the payload mode, and ringleader, which has players scooping up rings dropped by slain enemies. The player with the most rings will try to survive for 30 seconds so that they can bank the rings and contribute them to their team's score. Now, the interesting thing is the game actually has several factions in the game that are from several of Ubisoft's franchises, including Splinter Cell, The Division, and Ghost Recon Breakpoint. As expected, each of these factions have their own specialty. Characters appear to have a number of passive and active abilities, as well as an ultimate ability, such as the Wolves' mobile AoE shield, or the Outcast's Lifesaver ability, which prevents allies from dying for a limited time. The original Twitter post has been removed, but there is a thread on Reddit that summarizes the information that's been gathered surrounding the game. This includes the notion that Ubisoft is apparently developing another Ghost Recon game under the works of OVR. While most of the sources for Battlecat news, including the first outlet to report it, Video Game Chronicles, doesn't make any mention of the game's payment model, a few have slapped the free-to-play label on it. Given Ubisoft's recent stated desire to expand into free-to-play with AAA titles, it wouldn't be surprising to see Battlecat take that approach. That said, it does resemble one prominent title that isn't yet free-to-play, so nothing is yet certain until we hear official word from Ubisoft probably this E3. And speaking of AAA games with possible free-to-play elements, coming in at number 1, your biggest story of the week, Call of Duty Warzone is a popular free-to-play battle royale mode that spun off of two major modern shooter titles. The other such franchise, EA Dice's Battlefield, just revealed its latest installment this week, Battlefield 42, with glowing praise. Now, Battlefield 42 will be in a near future setting and will feature a what-if scenario of societies crumbling in the face of violent climate changes and diminishing resources. It will have 3 gameplay pillars, 2 of which have already been revealed: All-Out Warfare and Hazard Zone. Now, there is a third mode which has yet to be revealed, and given the success of Warzone, a battle royale seems like a likely wager, and another tidbit of info might be hinting at its payment model. As VG247 reports, so does Battlefield 2042 have any free-to-play experience? DICE general manager Oskar Gabrielson smiled when asked at an event, asking everyone to stay tuned. Now, it looks like we'll just have to stay tuned with news regarding 2142 over the next few months as it launches on October 22nd, and we'll probably see maybe a Battle Royale third mode for the game. And that moves us to the question of the week. With Battlefield 2042 being announced with its brand new reveal trailer and gameplay coming very soon, let me know in the comment section below if you're interested in trying it out. Me personally, I was a huge fan of BF3 and BF4, and this feels like a homecoming for those 2 games, so I'm day one excited to play this game. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out MMOBomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name's Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.